On October 14th, 2016, the Fremont High School Varsity Choir, along with the other choirs at FHS, performed at the annual Soda Shop Music Festival at the Neil McPherson Theater. The theme for this year was based on the Tony Award show, which honors the best plays and musicals each year. After seeing some varsity choir members perform the song Fugue for Tin Horns from the musical Guys and Dolls, as well as My Shot from Hamilton, music director Mark Harmon realized how much potential the choir truly had.
We did, in this fall soda shop, we did one of the numbers from Guys and Dolls. Not because I was thinking about Guys and Dolls, but because it fit our soda shop theme. It was something that really worked.
I think that when we did My Shot from Hamilton, it really showed, especially when we were auditioning for like the rapping parts of it, it showed how many people were really willing to step up and say, hey, I'll put myself out there.
And so after we'd done the show and I'd kind of gone back through soda shop and I remembered the thing from Guys and Dolls, I started to think about what Guys and Dolls had to offer to us, what kind of opportunities and that sort of thing, and how it fit our group of students.
Harmon then decided this year for the choir to perform the 1950s classic Guys and Dolls, a musical fable of Broadway based on the story and characters of Damon Runyon. The musical will be held March 16th, 17th, and 18th at the Neil McPherson Theater at 7 p.m. each night.
The musical Guys and Dolls centers around two relationships. The relationship between Nathan Detroit and Miss Adelaide, who is a dancer, and the relationship between Sky Masterson and Sarah Brown. What kind of goes down that Nathan and Sky are gamblers and they make a bet.
He gets me into a bet where I have to take a girl to Havana with me in Cuba. So that's how Sarah Brown comes into it, and then it escalates where I do take her, and then like they're trying to find a place.
And it is Adelaide and Nathan. And Nathan's a gambler and Adelaide is a hotbox dancer, and they have been engaged for 14 years. So it's the journey of whether or not they're going to get married, whether or not Nathan's going to give up his crap game, and all this big fiasco.
So it kind of centers around the two relationships and how they kind of unfold.
After auditioning along with 78 other choir students, complete with acting, singing, and dancing auditions, these students were joyous to find themselves performing the main roles. As soon as winter break ended on January 6th, the students immediately started rehearsing each of their roles. The cast not only have been rehearsing during class time, but they've also rehearsed after school, on Sundays for dance rehearsals, and even on their own time as much as they can.
The best part about directing the show is watching our students turn in the performance that they're ultimately going to turn in. You know, watching them go from really knowing very little about the show, knowing none of the music, none of the lines, none of the blocking, none of the set and staging is done, and watching it progress over the course of weeks. Yeah, your drama was cute. It was cutest drama. It was so nice. Cute. It needs to be way more dramatic than that. And here's the thing: as the vowel crescendos and decrescendos, do we change the vowel? No. So don't allow it to turn into something ugly. Right? It's just dramatic. There's a difference between the two.
Adelaide is very, very, she's overwhelming, kind of. She's extremely dramatic, and she overreacts to everything. I feel like Adelaide and I are very alike, and she's so much fun.
I like the diversity throughout the show, how it starts that she's super uptight and then she kind of loosens up with help from some alcohol. So that's fun.
I think it's so fun to overreact to everything and have the New Jersey accent or the New York accent. It's so fun to just completely slip into her way of thinking of things. I would have been happy with any role, but yeah, it's a super fun role to play.
I like his personality, to be honest. Like, it's just like he's trying to find. He's so caught up in between things, and honestly, like in my real life, I'm always caught up in between things, so it kind of fits in a way that, so I kind of know what's happening here.
Suppose the cops are listening.
I'm sorry. The dice game.
I'm sorry. Oh, that's your line.
I think it could be
It's like a
stage
stage
whisper,
whisper.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, we've got to still be able to hear it, right?
I'm sorry.
Senior Liam Mitchell believes that musical season marks the best time of the year for choir students.
It's one of my favorite parts of the year. I've been doing it since freshman year when I was just in crew, both years, and like doing set and stuff. And then this is the part of the year I look forward. That's why I didn't graduate early, was because choir.
Nearly 120 high school students helped make Guys and Dolls come to life for the town of Fremont. Harmon said that being in the spotlight is not the only task the students face in producing the musical. Each varsity student is part of a committee to help the production become successful behind the curtain. Some students are tasked with advertising the musical throughout the entire town, while others are tasked with making the programs, designing the lights and sounds, and not to mention building every piece of the set. Some students even work 10.5 hours on a single Saturday to work on the set.
We build the whole set, all the backdrops. I also try and help with props, if I can help find any props for anyone, or any committees that are behind. I'm also on the makeup committee, makeup and hair committee, so I'll be helping with that the week of the show.
I've been building sets since freshman year. This is my senior year. Since freshman year, I'm also in drama, so I've been building sets and I've been in every show.
I'm part of the t-shirt committee, so I got all the t-shirts down.
I'm a part of the costume committee, so I've measured some people and worked on the costumes for that.
The big thing I think that our students bring to the table is just as intelligence. They're so smart, which enables them to be creative and to be funny. We need them to be leaders. We need them to be actors and musicians and all those things. But really, we're just needing them to be people who are willing to take the ball and run with it. And that level of intelligence and willingness to use that is really, really important.
As each day passes and the premiere date fast approaches, some of the cast have felt the ever-increasing stress of putting on such a large-scale production unlike their usual choir concerts.
I try not to think about it because it is a little stressful considering it's coming up here, but I'm also really excited.
The choreography is pretty difficult for me, so it's pretty stressful, but I'm more excited than stressed.
But some students, like Mitchell, don't get stressed out. Rather, they become electrified for show night.
I don't really get stressed for shows. That's one of the things that I don't get. I've never really had like stage fright. Like when I forget a line, it kind of psychs me out because that's everybody. It's just like that. Oh no, what do I do now? Other than that, I've never really gotten nervous. I'm always super pumped, like before the show. Like adrenaline pumping, about to go on stage. That's sort of my attitude, my feeling towards it.
Yet, through all the stress and rigorous practicing, the cast and crew find that musical season has made bonds stronger and have created many more.
Everybody gets so close during musical because everybody's with everybody all the time and like for 14 hours on end from the beginning of school to the end of practice.
I haven't ever been a part of a musical before, so it's all kind of new to me, so that's been really fun. And getting to know the other cast members has been really fun too.
I love working with all of these wonderful people. Most of them are my really, really close friends, so it's a lot of fun. I get to spend most of my time during this season with everyone I love.
My favorite part about rehearsing is just being with everyone. I mean, it gets me out of my house when I'm not doing anything and I'm just hanging around with some of my closest friends.
We spend a lot of time on the show between now and March. So by the time we get to March 18th or so, the show's finished. We do all the tear down and that sort of thing. You look at the stage and it's empty. The shows are over. The high of the being on stage and the applause and all that sort of stuff passes, and it's always really bittersweet to end the show.
Harmon said he has been looking forward to directing this timeless classic since his first production of the musical back in 2003, which was only his second musical that he had directed.
Come see the musical because it's going to be awesome, and it's been a whole lot of fun to prepare it, so I hope our fun personalities go out to the audience when we perform.
Come see the show because it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait for it. I don't want it to end, but I'm so excited to perform, and I want everyone to come see it.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good musical. I'm super pumped for it. So good choir is probably the best choir cycling through that we have for this show.
Just come out and watch it. It's gonna be a good one. I promise.
I'm just really looking forward to the dynamic nature of the show. The music is fun, it's colorful, and it's funny. People really relate to the characters, I think, and relate to the relationships and that sort of thing. I think they're really in for a treat when they walk in the door on March 16th, 17th, or 18th.
Tickets are now on sale online through FremontTigers.org for $12, or they can be purchased during school hours or at the door. This has been a Fremont High musical preview by Sage Rieger.